I was halfway through airport security when her message came through. 4 words, casual on the surface, venom underneath. Don't wander off, okay? As if I were another one of the twins her sister kept shoving onto us. As if I existed to be managed. I stared at the text, the sterile airport lights glinting off the screen like interrogation lamps. A moment earlier she'd kissed my cheek, whispered something rushed and distracted about meeting me at the gate. But her eyes had drifted somewhere else, someone else. Then I saw it, the reflection on her phone as she walked away. A name flashing, a man's name, a name I knew too well, her ex. The one she had sworn was just a harmless friend, the one who happened to be vacationing in the same city. I watched her disappear into the crowd, laughter echoing from her sister behind us, the twins already reaching for me like I was furniture. And something inside me clicked. Not loudly, not violently, quietly, like a lock sliding open. I slipped out of the line, walked against the current of travelers, and left the airport as her voice called my name from a distance that didn't matter anymore. By morning, my phone trembled with hundreds of texts, all screaming the same thing. You ruined our vacation. Funny, I'd never felt more in control. The truth never arrives politely. It shows up in fragments, stray glances, half sentences, mismatched stories that don't quite align. Her sister's slip was the first fracture. "He'll love seeing you," she'd giggled, buckling her twins into their seats. "I mean, he always liked you." I asked who she meant. She froze, then backtracked, messy and fast. Later, my wife avoided my eyes every time her phone buzzed. She angled the screen away with the same subtlety a thief uses to pocket an item without drawing attention. And the final fracture? A hotel itinerary I wasn't supposed to see. 2 rooms booked weeks ago. One in her name, the other in his. The betrayal wasn't loud. It wasn't a dramatic confession or a fight. It was a structure built quietly, brick by silent brick, until the weight of it pressed against my ribs and made every breath feel borrowed. But suspicion is not proof, and proof is what I needed. I played the obedient husband a little longer. Passive nods, neutral words, calm gestures. She believed the calm. She always believed the calm. People forget how dangerous quiet men can be. Because while she rehearsed her lies, I mapped out the truths she didn't want found, and I found them. I started with her phone records, nothing dramatic, just a request through the carrier app. She'd left the login saved. She trusted me that much. The messages were sterilized, deleted almost daily, but call logs are harder to erase. Then came the hotel confirmation, the shared itinerary, the matching check-in times. Still, I waited. I wanted the kind of truth that didn't leave space for excuses. So I contacted the hotel, asked for a receipt, asked whether the rooms were ever combined. The clerk hesitated. Too long. That told me enough. But the final piece, the one that solidified the storm inside me, was a photo sent accidentally to our shared cloud. A mirror selfie taken in the hotel bathroom. Her hair undone, his toothbrush visible behind her. A detail she forgot to crop out. I stared at that photo for an hour. Not angry, just rearranging things inside myself. Rage wants to explode. But I don't explode. I sharpen. She kept texting me about the vacation, about the twins, about how her ex might swing by. Her lies were almost affectionate in their construction. I let her speak. The truth was coming, and I wanted her to walk right into it. I didn't return her calls, not until I had everything printed, call logs, hotel receipts, timestamps, the mirrored photo. When I finally walked into the house, suitcase still in hand, she ran to me with outrage coiling around her like smoke. "How could you leave? Do you know what you did?" I placed the folder on the table. No words, no emotion. She opened it. Silence. Real silence. Her breath stuttered, hands shook. The kind of trembling that happens when a person realizes the ground beneath them was never ground at all, just thin ice pretending to be something solid. She tried to speak, stopped, started again. "Please, I can explain." But explanations are for people who don't already know the truth. And I knew. My revenge was simple. I handed her phone back to her, unlocked, screen glowing with the unsent messages she'd typed to him moments before I entered, the ones begging him to fix this before I found out. "I didn't send them," I said. "Didn't want to ruin your moment." She collapsed into a chair, guilt swallowing her whole. Then I told her the final truth. "I didn't ruin your vacation," I whispered. "I just stopped participating in your life."